All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call on Allah. I know we Yahweh by Shem El Shai. By Shem Harakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who want to teach well. And a hearty shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, so we're going to talk about World War III. All right. There's a lot of articles on it. Okay. The Lord, Yahweh Shem El Shai, is preparing the world, okay, for World War III. All right. And World War III is going to be devastating, all right? And people are going to die on all sides, okay? But most importantly, out of World War III, the Lord is going to have his kingdom set up after all that, all is said and done. The kingdom of the Lord, Yahweh Shem outside, is going to be set up. All right, so this ain't going to be a long lesson. We're going to look at some articles and read a few so we can know and understand that the spirit of war through Yahweh Shem outside is out here, okay? All right, let's see. Just looking to see. Just looking to see. Give me a second, y'all. Just looking to see. We're looking for a good article. All right, here goes one. It says World War III warning as Putin ally warns EU capital can be hit in minutes. All right, somebody named Volodin, chairman of the Russian Duma, has chillingly warned that Moscow can target the EU capital with nuclear missiles. I'm going to read what's in green. Issued a grave warning. All right, the associate of Vladimir Putin issued a grave warning that Russia could target Strasbourg with nuclear missiles within roughly 3 minutes as a reprisal against European Parliament. So 3 minutes is not a long time. All right. It says here, Volodin remarked after MEPs endorsed a resolution encouraging member states to relax current constraints, which prevent Ukraine from employing Western-made weapon systems for strikes on legitimate military targets in Russia. Addressing the issue yesterday, he declared, for those that do not understand, the first time today the European Parliament called on EU countries to lift restrictions along Kryvyi's long-range weapon strikes on the territory of our country to increase military support for Ukraine and to announce a collection of funds from the population of Europe for the needs of the armed forces of Ukraine. I'm going to read down here. It says he emphasized once more, I'll repeat it again, if something like this happens, Russia will give a tough response using more powerful weapons. Lord will, these rumors and threats, that's coming from each political party side will soon turn into something where they will actually start shooting off nukes, okay? And it's going to happen in the process of due time, all right, when the Lord is ready for it. But these are things that we need to be hoping and praying for because we want the kingdom of the Lord to set up, all right? And the kingdom of the Lord is going to get set up, but America has to go down, Salakia. All right, World War III. We just got more articles on World War III. All right, let's see. World War III fears that North Korea threatens military gangsters with irreversible catastrophe. It says World War III fears as North Korea stirs up imminent threat and makes no limit nuke promise. The Lord has war out here on these people's minds, okay? It says Russian spies anticipate World War III, buried nuclear bombs near UK military base. All right. Let's see. That's not any good ones. You know what, while I'm looking through this, when I get scripture, so lucky I'm tired. It says here, are we on the brink of World War III? It says the U.S. must increase defense spending to Cold War levels if it is to deal with the growing threat posed by China, Iran, Russia, and North Korea. All right, so China, Iran, Russia, and North Korea, all right, are enemies to America. And if you are so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian in America, all right, you should be an enemy against America as well, because look how it's posing you as nobody in the world when you are somebody according to the Lord. All right, it says the chair of bipartisan group, former Congresswoman Jane Harman, said the U.S. was facing the most serious and most challenging threat since the end of the Second War, including the risk of a near-term major war. China's hostility toward Iran, toward Taiwan, Iran's nuclear ambitions, and Russia's invasion of Ukraine all mean the world has never been closer to World War III than we are now. Donald Trump said earlier this month. The situation tells of tragic and terrifying tale of global failure on part of the U.S. and its allies, reported Wall Street Journal, as China, Russia, and Iran step up their attacks on what remains of the Pax Americana and continue to make gains at the expense of Washington and its allies worldwide. America keeps funneling money to Ukraine to fund this war, but America's military is slowly becoming weaker and weaker by the people that is funneling into the military system. You had advertisements for the older generation to be paid. I think it was up to like $75,000 to be recruited in the Army. Then you got the weaker generation, these new kids coming in, and you can't tell them anything without them being offended. All right. But you see some of these articles. Okay, let's go here. Let's get this. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 9. It says, "But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by." Like you. All right, so the end is not here yet, but we're hearing the commotions, we're hearing the wars, we're hearing the political leaders of each country saying, hey, this, that, and the third, or we're going to strike you guys with nuclear missiles. All right, these are the wars and rumors of wars that's out here. Okay, but the Lord's going to turn these rumors into actions sooner rather than later. All right, let's see what else they got. All right, let's see. Is there a risk of World War III? It says various military conflicts which have occurred since the beginning of the 21st century, most notably the Russian invasion of Ukraine that has been going on since 2020, as well as rising tensions between the United States and China, have been perceived as potential flashpoints or triggers for World War III. So yes, okay. All right, what to do if World War III comes? You can't do nothing, man. All right, you're not gonna be able to escape the fear of the you're not gonna be able to escape the threat that the Lord has put on this place and His promises to make them come to pass. Okay. All right. Let's put something in my mind. because the Lord's weapons of war, all right, which are thermonuclear missiles, are going to be shot over here to Babylon during the time of war. Okay, it says, "Woe," just like Ezra 16:1. "Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Assyria." Salakia, I'm tired. Salakia for keeping on. "Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. America, your destruction is at hand." Okay. It says, "A sword is sent upon you, who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is it? And what is he that may drive them away?" Nobody can turn away the things that the Lord has set for this place, man. All right, this place deserves to burn. "May a man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer." And these missiles, all right, these arrows, aka these missiles, are going to come from these strong archers in the sense of these other countries. All right, China, Russia, India, Iran, South America. South Korea, Salakia. Says the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? All right, and plagues are things that cause calamities. Okay, war is going to be a calamity. All right, there's going to be calamities from war. All right, "A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Yahweh Shema Shai shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence." It says here, "The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea riseth up, and with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. And the fishes thereof also before Yahweh, and before the power of his glory. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, and his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." Verse 14, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and it shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth." And why is that? Because everything has to be made new before the Lord Yahweh Shai sets up his kingdom. All right, verse 16, it says, "Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again." And World War III is going to be a plague, okay? It's going to bring forth even more plagues from the dead bodies laying around. Those diseases are going to be coming from that. People want to be broken up from homes. Homes and buildings are going to be destroyed. People are going to be on fire. All kind of stuff is going to happen. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come?" All right. The only thing that we can do is pray to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, for deliverance from these evils. Okay. Talking about what to do if World War III comes, this little questionnaire right here. Well, the only thing that you can do is pray and hope that the Lord delivers you, and you've been doing things that is profitable for your salvation. Okay. Now let's see what Newsweek is talking about. World War III, with conflicts around the world increasingly becoming a concern, worry over a hypothetical worldwide military conflict is often a trending topic on social media. Well, why is that? Because the Lord has got these nations stirred up in the spirit to fight against America. Okay? Whether it's the conflict in the Middle East or Ukraine's battle against Russia. Newsweek has been a leader. Okay, who cares, right? World War III, Russia issues a World War III warning to the U.S. let's see what this says. Let's read it. It says Russia issues a World War III warning to the U.S. It says Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov, issued a World War III warning to the U.S. saying the West was asking for trouble by even considering Ukrainian requests to use supplied weapons to conduct strikes deep within Russian territory. All right, well, there you have it. It says discussions about using Western supplied missiles to strike Russia at a tantamount to play with fire. Lavrov told reporters in Moscow Tuesday, the U.S., despite requests from Ukraine, has remained steadfast on its position. Good, and keep standing on that. All right, so they can strike your ass down, America. Okay, it says that its long-range weapons may only be used on Ukrainian soil or to defend the country from Russia cross-border attacks. Ukrainian President Zelensky has repeatedly asked Western allies to approve the use of their weapons to strike targets inside Russia, insisting that doing so could turn the tide of the war. All right, well, shit, let them do it. Let's see what Russia does, okay? The Lord's going to allow things to happen on his time, okay? And we just have to wait for the Lord to allow these things to happen. But let's get back to the scripture. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 10. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be great earthquakes, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall be there from heaven. And we are seeing these things, man, okay? If we're paying attention to what's going on in the world, recently that's coming up, that's came up in the news. You got a strike from the dock workers or the import docks, the people going on strike. And then you had, it wasn't in the news, it was floating around on social media, but the UN and WHO is trying to take sovereignty from America. Well, guess what? All these things are going to lead to America's destruction, all right, from the inside out, okay? But World War III is something that's coming, okay? Let's see. All right, this is Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe was past, behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, and these woes are wars, okay? This is Revelation 11 and 14. I'm going to read it again. The second woe is past, World War II. All right. and behold, that means look, the third woe cometh quickly. If you're paying attention to the news, all right, it's coming. All right, it's coming. But Lord, we is edified to the next time, child.